Thank you for tuning into the Faceless Podcast. I go by the name of Shepherd. My parents call me Sheps. Call me whatever you want. As long as it's not Oi, we could probably get along. I'll probably respond. I just want to thank everyone again for liking, sharing, all the new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome to the Faceless Nation. I look forward to walking this journey with you. Hopefully, as you can see me grow myself. But then as we just continue to encourage this dialogue, just diversity of thoughts, not just diversity of skin tone. Welcome to everyone, new subscribers. But before we go on, the routine now. Scroll down, press the like, press the subscribe, notifications, then we continue. Okay, now, let me take some water before I even get into this because, I can't afford to be dehydrated. I'll pass out. Today, I'll be honest, guys, yeah. This is not Umar Johnson hate channel. This is not, I'm not obsessed with the guy. It makes it difficult. It makes it difficult. I was watching the live that Lennon Honor done just a few days ago on the Umar Johnson Black Parent Teleconference. I think it's dated. I'll put the link in the description, but I think it's dated the 26th of July 2020. Now, I was just there to watch, educate myself, and learn. Because I like how he breaks it down. I like how he's got receipts for everything that gets brought up. So I thought, let me watch it. And he done a brilliant job. He done a great job. It was a funny one. For those that watch him, I was just reading what does he call it? The Cookie Crush chat. I was just dying, just crying. So many funny people out there. But at the same time, they were still talking facts. They were still talking what's going on and trying to kind of enlighten the world when it comes to this gentleman that we've got in front of us. But there's a few areas that I wanted to touch on that I feel like were skipped by Lennon, probably because it wasn't an issue to him. That I kind of want to go over in this reaction. So it's my first reactions of sorts. So bear with me. The editing's going to be atrocious. It's not going to be nowhere near what you're used to seeing anywhere else. But I feel like this is the best way to be able to convey kind of my thoughts and my opinions and to get this going on. So without taking any more time, let's talk about it. Let's get into this. So this is the Umar Johnson Black Parent Teleconference dated the 26th of the 7th, 2020. And I will put the full link in the description as well so you can go check it out. I will only be kind of commenting on the last maybe 15 minutes or so because it's like a 2-hour thing. I'm not listening to phone calls and everything else. But that last little 15 minutes because I feel like on its own, and again, I always like to be consistent and I always like to be fair. I feel like that last 15 minutes could have stood on its own as an independent video, regardless of what's just happened in the past 2 hours or whatever else. That last 15 minutes can stand on its own as an independent video. If anyone wants to check out the full thing, I will put it in the description link below. If anyone wants to check out Lennon Honor's live that he done on it as well, I will put that in the description below as well. But yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts afterwards. Let's get into this. Yeah, so now let's get into this video. Lord, give me strength. Lord Almighty, give me strength. Let's get right into it. So I'll just be stopping it, pausing it, as he kind of talks, and maybe it's an opportunity as well for some of you guys that actually have never heard him speak or actually don't know what it's like. The quality of the video, that it's not me. That's what I'm saying. It's not me. But yeah, let's get into this.
If I did not get to you, text your question and I will respond. If you're a black woman with an extra sexy voice, send your question as a voice memo. If you're a black woman with the beautiful
Look, I was gonna let it play for a little bit. I was. But immediately, this is even taking it away from what I wanted to speak about in the first place. Immediately, is this guy alright? If you're a black woman with a sexy voice, send your question as a voice note. Nah, let's just go.
Beautiful voice. Send your question as a voice memo, and I will respond. I just love the sound of beautiful black female voices. Couple of announcements. Nat Turnerland, August the 21st. Nat Turnerland, August the 21st. Nat Turnerland, August the 21st. If you plan on joining us for the Nat Turner Tour, which is Dr. Umar's 10-year anniversary of going to Nat Turnerland, August the 21st, there will be 2 tours of the Nat Turner War Trail. There will be...
Okay, so some of you might be thinking already, like, okay, well, Shepard, why are you playing all of this stuff? I actually want to give him a fair chance and give context. I could have chopped up the clips and just made it just the bits that I want to address. But I feel like context, like let the guy speak for himself, and I'll just add my commentary afterwards.
2 tours of the Nat Turner War Trail. There will be 2 tours of the Nat Turner War Trail. You can call. You could go to natturnerlibrary.com. natturnerlibrary.com. Let me make sure they still have it up. natturnerlibrary.com. Yep, it's still up. So go to natturnerlibrary.com. I'm trying to get you Baba Khalifa's phone number. Okay, here's the phone numbers on the website. 434-378-2140. 434-378-2120. You can also call 434-637-1030. 434-637-1030. Or you can email natturnerlibrary@yahoo.com. 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 That's August the 21st. Looking forward to seeing y'all.
Okay, so up until this point, if it's the first time you're ever kind of coming across Umar Johnson, the first time you're ever witnessing him, he seems all right. He seems all right. Like, you would literally listen to the last video I made and think, nah, Shepard, you're just hating. You're just hating. He's the Prince of Pan-Africanism, the most requested black scholar in the universe and the multiverse, both DC and Marvel universes. You're just hating because you're not him. Based on the first few kind of minutes, it seems coherent. It seems like he's got it all. But yeah, let's continue.
Anniversary, 10 years of building my relationship with the greatest black revolutionary of all time. My book won't be ready on August the
Surprise, surprise.
21st. It will not be ready, but it will be ready for Chicago. Friday, September 18th. Chicago. Friday, September 18th. Chicago. 10.
Oh, by the way, for those that don't know, he's got a book that was meant to come out in 2018 or maybe further back. Lennon Honor's got that in his live. He does a great job at that. It's still not ready, so that's why you saw the little laugh earlier.
Anniversary, Dr. Umar Johnson book signing, and then New York City. New York City. New York City. 10-year anniversary, October the 30th, book signing, New York City, October the 30th, 10-year anniversary, New York. Chicago, September the 18th, 10-year anniversary, Chicago. Nat Turner, August the 21st, next month, 10-year anniversary, but I will not have the book in Nat Turner land, but I will have the book for Chicago and New York. Chicago and New York. Chicago and New York. Donate to the school. The architect has confirmed that the designs will be done August 1. The designs will be done August 1.
Back to the school. Okay, so I'm not a builder. I'm not an architect. However, I've not heard many times when an architect is needed for a building that already exists. It's not being demolished, it's being refurbished. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm crazy. Just as a side note, this school, uh, is it this year or is it last year? Is it February 2019 or 2020? Correct me in the comments below when he bought this school. So this is the longest architect project that I've ever seen in my, like, I don't know. I think even Rome was built in lesser days. But yeah, let's go anyway.
The FDMG Marcus Garvey building designs will be done on August the 1st. That means before we get to Nat Turner Land. Before we get to Nat Turner Land. Before we get to Nat Turner Land, the electricity might be restored. And once the electricity gets restored, one of those...
Another thing I want to point out quickly, have you noticed that he doesn't speak in that, is this the correct term, that definite articles or whatever. So it's always ifs, maybes, hopefullys. Like, it's never certain. Like, it never speaks in any certain terms. And as obviously working in the recruitment industry, we get told don't make promises you can't keep. So if I tell you 100% it will be done by this date, you're going to be expecting that as my client or as my candidate. So one thing that I pick it up because we have to do it a lot. You have to be like, okay, yeah, and you have to speak and kind of allow yourself that leeway to buy yourself more time. It could be for client or it could be for candidate. You could be at a stage where maybe the client's at final stage interview and you're meant to wait, what did I just say? The candidate's at final stage interview, sorry, and maybe the candidate's got three other offers, and the client's taken on to get back to you. So you need to manage. It's called managing expectations, just to put it bluntly. But have you noticed what he does is he never speaks in definite articles. Like, he never speaks in it will be done. It's always if. Maybe, and fair enough, you could say maybe I'm being a bit harsh because no one knows what the future holds. However, if it was me, I would say the plan is for this date it will be done, and if something goes wrong in the process, I could be transparent and show you this is where it's gone wrong. But anyway, I just thought I'd stop it to just mention that quickly. Let's go on.
Rooms is going to be renovated to be my office. You know what I would like? Let me tell you what I would like. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism talking to you. This is King Kong Consciousness. This is International Ifa Tunde. This is the most requested black scholar of the past decade. I would like for a group of brothers and or sisters to say, Dr. Umar, you've done so much for our children that we're going to come to the school and decorate your office for you. Don't worry about nothing. Just show us the office. We're going to get the carpet. We're going to get the paintings. We're going to get you that African throne chair that you need. We're going to get you that African desk. We're going to get your...
Okay, I've had enough. Basically, because I'm trying to let it play for a little bit so that you can hear it. Number one, let's start. These people have been donating for 10 years to this school, for this school. Not only is it not good enough that it's donated, that I always try to use the $750,000 figure because it's like kind of the most conservative figure that we could use just based on what's come out his mouth. But some people would say he's maybe raised in excess of $2 million. So not only have these people donated this amount of this much to your cause, now you still want free things on top of that. That's number one. That, to me, that's questionable. Number two, why do you need an African throne as a principal of a school? Why do you need an African throne? There's presidents in Africa that don't even have an African throne. Why do you need an African throne? And there's something that I'm going to mention as well. Okay, before I go into that, what's an African desk? I'm from Zimbabwe. I was born in Zimbabwe, Harare, Mbuyane Hospital. I grew up there. I came here when I was 7. The whole time I was in Zim, the whole 7 years, which for like 16 decades, I don't know what an African desk is. What? Put it in the comments below. If you could please send me links to an African desk. I'd like to see one. Because that's what he needs. It's important for the education of these young black boys. What's an African desk? Like, what is an African desk? I know about a desk, like one that I'm sitting on right now. I know it could be embroidered with whatever culture, like shapes or whatever designs. I know it could be made out of mahogany, it could be made out of different types of wood. But I didn't know there was an African desk. Even if there was an African desk, is there a certain type of desk that speaks to the whole continent? Because our cultures are pretty different. Even neighbours like Zimbabwe and Zambia, cultures are different. Zimbabwe, South Africa, cultures are different. Botswana and them, cultures are different. Let alone South Africa and Egypt. So what's an African desk? Why do you need a throne and what's an African desk? Let's go.
Bookshelf. We're going to get your coffee table. We're going to get your guest sofa. We are going to decorate your office. And once the office is decorated, I can start having some limited guests who want to talk and politic and discuss. I can start holding interviews for teachers. And then we're going to decorate the NIBPA office. I might get the NIBPA ladies to decorate the NIBPA office. And then I might get the Team Pan-African sisters to decorate the Team Pan-African office. I'm saying sisters because decoration is usually a female thing, but the brothers are invited as well.
Okay. Decoration is usually a female thing. Can someone out there that's a lot smarter than me put in the comments below, in America, in UK, wherever it might be, painters and decorators, what is the breakdown, like gender-wise? I know there will be some female painters and decorators out there. I don't know if he meant like interior designers. I don't know if that's what he meant. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. But again, if this is for the children, why does it matter if it's males or females? Just think about that. Why does it matter if it's males or females that he like? Because if you notice how he speaks, us as black males, we're invited-ish, but the females now, we need you around. Think about why. I'll leave you to your own decisions.
I want somebody to say, Dr. Umar, we're going to paint your office for you. We're going to lay your office out. You just show us, brother. We're going to do this for the doc. But August 1st, brothers and sisters, Black August, it's getting started. Renovations. We're hoping the Garvey building to be completely renovated and gymnasium by Kwanzaa. If they are completely renovated, the Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School and Nat Turner Gymnasium, if they are done by December, and license and inspection gives us our certificate of occupancy, I think we can do 7 days of Kwanzaa at FDMG. Who wants to help me produce 7 days of Kwanzaa at FDMG? 7 days of Kwanzaa. We got 10 classrooms. We can.
So I'm not familiar with Kwanzaa. I'm a Christian. Like it's not. I'm not really familiar with it. I've done a bit of like reading on it. But again, ifs, maybes, buts. We'll see.
Do the seminars, the workshops. We got space for the vendors. We got the gymnasium for the family dinner, the entertainment, the African drummers.
All right. This is an issue that I have, and I didn't realize I had this issue until I listened to this yesterday. They and correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. This is just my opinion. There seems to be in a kind of this Pan African movement. And I will say that because he's claimed to be a prince. So if you're a Pan Africanist and he doesn't speak for you, you need to start speaking for yourself. He's your prince. He's self-proclaimed. No one's debunked him off his title that I've seen anyway. But one issue I've got, this movement, okay, let me not even put it on the whole movement. He seems to have this idea of Africa, that everyone still lives in Africa how it was like pre-transatlantic slavery. The African drumming. Yes, there's tradition. There's tradition in Africa, of course. Like Zimbabwe's got its tradition. Like every single African country's got certain traditions that go way back. But we're not all sitting around the fire just listening to drums anymore. It's not. It's not that. So and why it bothers me is they claim to speak from a position of knowledge. How many times have you heard Umar Johnson or people like him try to push what modern Africa is? There's a lot of development. There's a lot of brilliant business people that are in modern Africa. How many of them do you hear mention the diversity in Africa? It's not one religion. Like even before whatever you might start thinking the white man started coming and corrupting everything, there was never one religion. There was loads of tribes. That it was very separate. But this Pan-Africanist movement, especially as it's said by Dr. Umar Johnson, makes it seem like Africa before the transatlantic slave trade was just one big happy family. That's not the case. There were individual families that were happy and groups and tribes that were happy, some more successful than others. But there was also war. There was also conflict. There was also the taking of slaves, war prisoners. And this is part of the history. This will help understand. Because should I tell you what happens? This is now what happens here. When you don't understand this history, you now get like what happened after the land grab, when all the Western colonizers are dividing countries. And they're marking borders just based off whatever map or whatever who wants what, and you're putting together tribes that have been at war as long as they've been around. This lack of understanding of what the lay of the land is, what is happening on the ground, will lead to that. And now there's countries that have been at war for decades because they've now been forced to exist in such close proximity as part of their country, because the people that have the knowledge. This is what will happen with this kind of information, or lack of it, should I say? But yeah, I really get annoyed by that. Like I was born, I'm African. Like I would never hide it. Like I'm African. I spent most of my life, sorry, in London. So I'm equally British as well. But I can speak Shona. I'm fluent in Shona. I can write it. My writing's not as good. But I'm proud to be Zimbabwean. Happy, proud to be Zimbabwean. But this Africa, I don't know if this is a Kwanzaa tradition, and if it is, forgive me. But this Africa that he seems to be preaching in terms of the African drummers and trying to make it super tribal, super like pre-modern civilization, it's insulting to me. I feel insulted by it. I don't know about you guys. I feel insulted by it. That's not what Africa's looking at today. Yes, the tradition is there, but there's also development. Why don't you ever shout out the development that's going on? But yeah, I'll end up talking loads. Let's just finish this.
We might be able to do Black Kwanzaa. We might be able to do Black Kwanzaa. And if we can't do Black Kwanzaa, we definitely going to do Black History Month. 28 nights. 28 nights. At the Marcus, every night something different. One night, sisters. Another night, brothers. Youth, education, farming, economics. Speaking of farming. Speaking of farming, I need...
I'm gonna pause it there. We're gonna have to do a part 2. I'm gonna pause it there. So remember what he said. Speaking of farming, I'm gonna do a part 2, and we're gonna take it from there onwards. Remember what I said. Speaking of farming, I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna do a part 2 because it's needed now. The people need to see it. Like, the people need to see it. The people do need to see it. So I'm gonna do a part 2. Remember what I said. Speaking of farming, let me know. Do you want me to release some? I'm gonna do a part 2 because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and keep them short for you guys so you can just kind of digest it. But yeah, so effectively, that's what he had to say. I'm doing a part 2. Yeah, so I'm doing a part 2, which will be, so we've done about 7 minutes worth. There'll be a further kind of equal amount, 7 minutes coming up. Yeah, thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know from what he was speaking about. Am I crazy? Like, am I losing my mind? If I'm crazy, let me know. I'm just crazy, and I don't know. I'll go dance on rooftops. But yeah. What do you think about what he had to say, how he had to talk? What are your thoughts? Share this. If you know an Umar Johnson supporter, share this. Hopefully they can make a rebuttal. I'm not a hater. I don't hate. Like, we've been taught, as a Christian, I'm taught, you love the sinner, but you hate the sin. What the sin is fraud, like the scamming your own people for your own benefit. You're scamming people. For 10 years it's been going on. There's people that have donated money. I haven't even talked about, like, and where I'm not even just trying to like, I'm just trying to focus. Like, I haven't even talked about how he's absent in his children's lives, but he wants responsibility for your kids. I haven't even talked about that because the scam. People are getting defrauded. People's money's been taken, and nothing has come back in return. So yeah, I'll do a part 2. Thank you very much for listening. Let me know your thoughts. Like this, share this, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. I go by the name of Shepherd. My friends call me Sheps. Call me whatever you want. As long as it's not I'll respond. Have a good day.